Alright guys, so today is day 5 of our 13 days of Craft-O-Ween by Spellbinders. I'll be doing a tutorial every day. I've been releasing mine towards the end of the night and hope that's fun for you guys. Trying to make some quicker cards and things like that. But anyway, and cards that coordinate. So today we have to make a new background because the last 4 days we already used up our A2 backgrounds that went to these 4 cards, right? So I made them all at once and then just used them here. Super cute little pizza. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, today I want to make a new background and open up day 5. So this was initially sent free of charge from my review. Of course, all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box for the US and the UK will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for that. Again, this is sold out, but I will have links to some of the other items that I was using, like in the other ones, or I used maybe some kind of dyes or something like that they might still have there. So let's open up day 5 and check it out. Again, super cute packaging, and it's a little spider with a ton of eyeballs. So we'll see. Oh goodness. Oh, okay, hold on. I think this is going to be really, really good. I'm trying to think of how they did this, because we have this one, let's say brown with the holes. And the next one you're going to see should have like the, the darker than those little dots. See the little dots? And I'm wondering if these line up. They should. So this one should be next, but then the black has to show through. We will see. You might have to... I have no idea. Anyway, maybe I have to paper piece in the black. What? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, duh. Hello. This is black and then white. Okay. Brown, or whatever color you want your spider. Black here, so the white dots show through. And then this guy is the white one in the background. Oh my gosh. I was thinking that's the little tiny white dots. Okay. And then the legs and then the hat. So yeah, no, it's actually very super easy to use. So there you go. And the legs are all at one side and then the other, which is great. I thought they were going to be all separate. And then it has Creepin' It Real this Halloween, which is very cute. So yeah, this will be very fast. So that's good because we got to make a new background. So I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock. I was thinking about making circular areas this time. So let's talk about that. But let me grab some inks. I still want to use like orange. And instead of purple, I think I'm going to use green. Let's see if that's kind of fun. And then still some splattering and some stuff like that. So I'm using a water-based dye ink. Should grab my Tim Holtz inks. I haven't used those in years. But yeah, so let me grab something to blend with and I'll be right back. Okay, so my idea for this is if they have circles like center points or however, I'm gonna start with black. So I'm gonna go green, orange, black, I think. And then what I'm gonna do is just go around like seeing exactly where the middle of this guy is. I guess I can use my grid for that. Let me see, where is 5.5-ish? Is like in here? Okay, so I'm gonna go in here. Again, this is so light. It takes a minute to build up this color. I might also need to re-ink this this ink. Let me see if I can grab some black soot, because that's a good one. But you can see that line there? Okay, so let's just build it up a little bit more. So that's like kind of in the center. Well, as much as I can get in the center. And then 4.25-ish, right? In this direction. So just to have an idea of where I want to add my color. I fear that if I bring in black soot, it's going to be really dark. But I should go grab it, because this is taking too long to build up. I'll be right back. I have a good 80 of like distress inks, but for some reason I have a few in this little case. Like if I had bought these cases, I would need like 15 of them, I bought one. And then I was like, well, that's okay. So here's my black soot, which is awesome. I'm glad to have that. And again, this is really old, so let's see. Okay. I didn't dip in it too much because I wasn't sure how dark it is. Okay. So that gives me an idea of where I want to put stuff, and you saw I just kind of came around, which I probably don't need to do that part yet. But we're going to come into this in like a circular fashion, which I can do afterwards. But yeah, I'm telling you, black soot is really kind of dark. These things apply the color very, very lightly. Okay, well, I guess I'll finish it a little bit more down here. I didn't mean to do that quite yet. I just want to give myself an idea where my quadrants are, so when I come in to do the circular centers, I can spotlight them, you know, like know where it is that I want to put them. So I'm not done with that yet, but that's good for now. And then let's do a green, maybe like this one, you know, fresh mowed, or what's that, mowed grass? Mowed lawn, I don't remember what they're called. Oh, mowed lawn, see? I mean, this one's kind of a dark green. I would like a limey green. Let's see how this one does. Just playing around with color. Oh, I haven't used the green one yet. Okay. Sorry, I don't have a green blender out quite yet. All right. And kind of in the center. There we go. Oh yeah, this will be great. That looks really good. I'm going to do that in all 4 quadrants, okay? I'll be right back. Just a circle kind of like in the center. That's cute. And then I'll go into the orange. I mean, you want to do purple, whatever little creepy colors you like. Maybe this one a little bit darker so I can build it up a little quicker. And orange on that. I was like, oh, a little darker so it builds up quicker, and it still takes forever. I'm trying to focus around the green. I don't really want to cover up the green. Okay, so I'll do the same kind of thing on all of the quadrants. Okay, maybe I'm happy with that. I kind of brought out some of the darker orange because it was taking a minute to build the color. But it is a very different kind of orange, so maybe I'll add some in here. Cute. Okay, I think I'm probably done with that. And then I'm going to go back in with the black and really just blend through and make it look round also, because, you know, we kind of squared it off at the beginning with these lines here. So I'm just going to come in and round it off a little bit. Okay, same thing with all the other areas, just coming in and making it look round. Okay, I'll be back. I think that's pretty good. What's nice about Halloween is they can look rough and you're good to go. So that one was a little bit harder to do, just because they were round, but I figured, we'll try it. Okay. Get a little water on this guy. Yeah, I like having larger bits, maybe some smaller bits, but whatever it is, these are water reactive. Maybe make sure I get some towards the outside, because a lot of times I put my die cuts in the very center so they get covered up. So let's just make sure it looks nice and fun. And then you can also spray if you want, right? You know, that does some stuff. And I'll use the same towel I've been using, because I don't really care. I just want this to look crazy and fun. Those are just, distress inks are basically water-based inks. That's it. So you're just using those to leach water. These are not oxide inks, so they don't do anything funky. But water-based inks, distress ink, the same thing. That's all it is. It just has a fancy name. That looks really cool. I love that. Okay, much more splattery than the last time. And then I'm going to use this again. I'm sorry this is sold out in the US, but it is available on the UK site, the Raven Splatter. I actually grabbed the other one. That one's called Sparkle. I don't know where I put it, but oh, here it is. Right next to it. This is the other one. I haven't checked to see if this is back on the US site, but they both sold out really fast. So this one's just like a little white shimmery, well, not even white, more like a clear shimmer kind of thing. So I do have to wait for this to dry a little bit, so I might hit it with a heat tool. Oh, that was a big one. I might hit it with a heat tool because I just kind of need to. I need some more in this corner. This corner here is lacking. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's fun. But you can do your own thing like this with some watercolor, black watercolor, just with a good amount of liquid so it splatters, you know. Just easy when it comes out of a little thing like this. Okay, I'm going to clean up just a little bit. I'm going to hit this with a heat tool. If I was to touch this, I mean, it's fine, but it's going to, like, I'll show you. Like, it just, ooh, that's not too bad, actually. Kind of interesting. Left something going in there. But it'll just kind of flatten it out, which is fine, but it might, if you want perfect circles, even though they're splatters, it's going to make it not circular. Actually, that wasn't too bad. See, it kind of, yeah, that's not my favorite. Okay, so I might go ahead and just hit it with the heat tool, but I already started making these weird things, so maybe I'll hit a few more like that. Right? Hope you can see what I mean. They're not like just a little round, they're just kind of like more splotchy. Okay, hit heat tool, I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, it's good for now. And I'm just going to chop this up. And, oh, let's use the guillotine that was not locked. I was going to wash my hands in the meantime, and I forgot. That's all right. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them up 5.5 by 4 1/4, but, you know, you can cut this to what you like. Like my matte layers are usually 5 3/8, so I can do that right now. But I'm just going to cut them just so you have an idea what these look like. So 5.5, 4 1/4. And okay, something like that. And then this guy also. Alright, let me grab a black card base, which actually I think I have ready to go. So we have all these guys for the next few cards. I do have a piece of black cardstock here that I saw earlier. There it is. Just making sure it's 5.5. It might not be. So this little guillotine does not have a swing out arm yet. This is perfectly 5.5. But I think this paper from Michael's is, oh, okay, no, I already cut it before. Okay, perfect. I already cut the one side. It's just like a little bit oversized, so I just have to make sure it's actually 8.5 and not 8 3/8 or whatever. And then the 5.5 side, 4 1/4. But see, I brought out a different tool to do that, so I could have just done it all in this one, but it's all right. Okay. Maybe it was a little bit off because you see my 4 1/4 had some give in it. And then I'll just take one of these guys and I'll cut it down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because that's the matte layering I like. And I'll be right back. Okay, let's just cut down and then I'll just glue it down this way, this way, maybe this way. Something like that. Try to see which way you like better. Also, we can do it this way, and then you can stamp, you know, or put your sentiment over here and have the little character. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna glue it down like that. Okay, while I was waiting to kind of flatten that out, I went ahead and grabbed some papers. So it looks something like this, a real crazy background. And then for our little guys, oh, I want a little black glitter. So I have this piece of black glitter the other day from the Onyx, which is a nice piece, right? It's die cut nicely, but I'm just going to cut into it. So let's see. So for the, excuse me, of course my voice went out. So for the hat, I want the black glittery hat. Oh, his little legs, I forgot about that. Well, I guess these can be black along with this body piece, which would be this one, guys. Okay, this would be the black layer, the one with the little tiny dots. And then his hat sash, I'm going to use this purple, so I'll run that area through because the sash is on the hat die. And then white for the very background one. That's the one that doesn't have anything. And then this brown for this one. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I just had to run the hat through twice for the band and the hat. So everything else is cut. Let's see. All right. Let's get this going. That was so funny. I don't know. I was like, what is going on? Okay, let's get a little closer. And maybe I'll just pop the hat band on because it's a little bit smaller. There are lines there, but I did use glitter paper, so it's hard to see. But there are some little embossed lines that show you where it goes. Cute. My goodness. Sorry if it was blurry. I forgot I closed up. And then this guy, I mean, put it down. I don't think it matters right now which way you put it down because it's this oval. You can just turn it if you you know, if it's this way, but it's supposed to be this way, all you do is turn it before you put that on, or turn that one. But I think this is the right way either way, because his little mouth is down towards the bottom with the 2 dots, right? And then this guy. Ooh, what if you had like flocked paper, like velvety paper? That would be so fun. Make it especially kind of gross. Right. That is so easy. Awesome, because I was looking at all those little eyes. I was like, are you supposed to put on all the little eyes? And then this background piece is actually smaller than this topper, so you know, you have a little play there if you want. Actually, I might move that up a little bit there. Okay, and then the little legs. And I know I have 100%, I have web dies. So if you want to cut a little web, I think I'm going to draw one to be really kind of rustic and fun. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it comes out the way I'm imagining. And there we go. How cute is that? And you can put the legs wherever you want. And then their little hat. You go right in here. Of course, you have the image there. That is so funny. He is so cute. Okay, that's our little guy. And I do like to go ahead and stamp, you know, our sentiment and things. But what I think I'm going to do is draw a spider web. And I'm going to make it look kind of rough. Not because I can't draw, which it's actually because I can't draw, but because it's also, you know, spidery. That one's too small. Let me find a thicker line. Oh, this one's good. Okay, this one's a little bit thicker. I suppose we can draw it right now. So basically, if I want him like here, you know, it doesn't really matter. What you're going to do is draw maybe like an X or a plus sign. It depends on how you want it, because you're going to still draw a few more little lines, and maybe I'll start making them more squiggly. I was doing those kind of perfect, kind of fun like that. Okay. And then just connect them, as many connections as you want. So I'm just going to boop, boop, boop. Something like that, right? And it can be kind of rough. It can be a lot of them. It can be just a few. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm not even connecting some of them, just making it look kind of fun. Right? I think that's a fun idea. And that's how quickly that is. And maybe one more set. Right? I could have done that a little more far out. Let's see if he was here. We put him there. Oh, that's cute. See, that makes a big difference. Okay. And again, that can be as rough as you want. So just make 8 spokes. So we'll at least do 4 lines, right? It makes 8 little spokes. And that looks cute. Okay, sentiment. They use Creepin' It Real this Halloween. Which, again, you can use anything. It doesn't have to be what they're showing, but I've been kind of sticking with what their intention is there. A lot of times when the stamps have like highs and lows in the lettering, I never know where to actually find the center, or like what's straight, should I say. But I think this looks okay. And I'm just going to go for it again. If I mess that up, I will do something else. Cut like a strip to cover it with the sentiment there. Creepin' It Real this Halloween. Cute. Perfect. Whenever I do that, I've been using VersaFine ink because really when you just go for it, you want something that's really just going to stick really quickly. If you use a water-based ink, maybe it didn't stick very well. Maybe it repelled a little bit. It's not going to be the best. If you're using a stamp positioner, it doesn't matter. Just ink it up again, do it again. But with this kind of thing, I always like to use VersaFine. Now, he does have very fine little legs. I was thinking about popping it up a little bit. How about some dimensionals that aren't super high, and then we glue the legs down. So let's pop some dimensionals back here. Not very thick dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to fill his little body area in with like dimensional. It's not super thick. Okay, and just a little glue here. And I got a little extra glue on the front side here. Sorry, guys. Oh, every time. Okay, there we go. Cute. How about we put them like up in this top corner? I'm gonna hold the legs down and I'll be right back. The legs actually look really cute when they're just kind of floating up, but I did put some glue to secure them. But that is adorable. So yeah, I put the glue towards the end of the legs and then it still stays up a little bit because of the dimensionals back there. And that is our card for day 5, guys. So we have 3 new backgrounds left for the next few days. And this is what we have so far with day 1, 2, oh, let's back up. Day 3 and 4. And this guy, and you know, I didn't put sequins on this one. We can add some here. I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks just like this, guys. But if you want to add some little sequins, you know, go for it. It's just more detail and just be adorable. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.